Late one autumn evening, Emma wandered into the forest near her grandmother's house, drawn by the eerie beauty of the leafless trees and the thick fog that rolled in like a living thing. The grove had always been a place of quiet solitude, but tonight it felt different, alive, as if the trees themselves were watching her. She had heard the stories, of course. Everyone in the village had. They said the grove was cursed, that those who entered would hear whispers from the shadows, beckoning them deeper until they were lost forever. Emma had always dismissed such tales as nonsense, but as she ventured further, she began to feel a chill that had nothing to do with the cold. The whispering started softly, almost like the rustling of leaves. At first she ignored it, chalking it up to the wind, but the voices grew louder, more insistent. They called her name over and over with a tone so familiar it sent shivers down her spine. It sounded like her grandmother, but how could that be? Heart pounding, Emma quickened her pace, but the fog thickened, obscuring her path. The whispers grew more frantic, now seeming to come from all directions. Panic set in as she realized she was lost. She called out, her voice trembling, "Grandma?" Silence. Then from the depths of the mist a figure emerged, frail, hunched, and draped in a shawl. Emma's breath caught in her throat. It was her grandmother, or at least it looked like her. The figure's face was obscured by shadows, but the whispering continued, growing louder and more discordant, as if 1,000 voices were speaking at once. "Come closer, dear," the figure said in a voice that was almost right but twisted, wrong. "I've been waiting for you." Emma's instincts screamed at her to run, but her feet wouldn't move. The figure extended a hand, gnarled and bony, the skin a sickly gray. As Emma reached out, the fog cleared just enough for her to see the truth. The eyes of the figure were empty, hollow pits, and the mouth stretched into a ghastly, unnatural smile. Too late, Emma tried to pull back, but the figure's grip was iron, pulling her into a cold, suffocating embrace. The whispers grew deafening, drowning out her scream as the fog closed in around them, swallowing her whole. The next morning, the village awoke to find the fog had lifted, leaving the grove eerily quiet. Emma was never seen again. Her footsteps vanished without a trace. The only sound that remained was the soft rustling of leaves, as if the trees themselves were whispering a secret, a warning to those who dared to enter the Whispering Grove.